All right, guys, I want to do a quick update on the portfolios. As some of you know, I've split between Robinhood and Tastytrade, and then just a few days ago, I found out that Robinhood is actually adding futures and index options. Now, index options is what I've been doing with. If you're in the Discord, you know I've been doing a lot of 0 days expiration trades. It's been up and down because I've been figuring out kind of risk management with a small account because I will get dinged by the pound day trader rule when I'm doing index 0 days trades. But so I've been holding to expiration when that doesn't always work. So it's like, how do you mitigate risk? And I've been able to basically figure that out pretty well. That being said, now futures is going to have that option. So I'll keep Tastytrade as my options on futures account, which is fantastic because it's basically the best leverage, best kind of long-term option strategy. But at least that seems to be the case. And then from the research I've done, that is pretty consistent across a lot of especially retirees who are trading in IRA accounts and stuff that are not taxable, like Roths. It's very interesting to me. So anyway, the point is, I have sort of stripped down a lot of Robinhood, and I'm basically just running a few covered calls and then just a massive amount of put spreads with a few mean reversion trades like this one in the mix. So besides that, I'm also investing in more dividend growth stocks on this account, and I'm trying to run the the old idea of the Iron Dragon conduit to put things into basically generate small premiums with options trades, and I'm looking at about $100 a week, give or take, and I haven't had too many losses in this bull market, so I have a few strategies for how to figure that out. Anyway, the point is, I might be returning to Robinhood, especially if they end up with options on futures, because the fees are really what kill me on Tastytrade. And then obviously I've made some mistakes and growing pains and stuff. So going forward, I'll probably be a lot more profitable. So these are my two growth accounts. If you're new to the channel, I also have a dividend growth investing portfolio. And you can look that up in my old videos, but I'll probably make a new one as well at some point. Anyway, quick update. Exciting news. Robinhood is getting futures. With the elections coming up, I'm sort of going to close I'm not really making new positions, so I'm just going to close all my positions. I might end up just putting a ton of money into a few slow and steady ETFs while I wait for the market to kind of go nuts. But I'll probably keep a lot of cash on hand in case there's an opportunity. So yeah, I mean, I've kind of cut everything out, and now basically I look at Bollinger Bands, I look at signs for mean reversions or corrections, and besides that, I basically just do puts under the markets, under gold and SPY, and then I invest money into the everyday. I'm dollar cost averaging into great dividend ETFs like SCHD. So I'm kind of moving away from the wheel because individual stocks have been kind of a problem for me recently, where and part of it's just with a smaller portfolio, you can't really do puts on great stocks for good prices that beat these on indexes. So you can see like Riley and WBA. Those two are dividend stocks, but they're highly volatile. I'm trying to get rid of them, so I'm doing covered calls, and I think I'll be called away. I did one on WBA's Walgreens. I did one that just expired on Friday yesterday, and it got called away, so I don't have to worry about it as much. So I'm just trying to get rid of the last 100 of that and of Riley, and then just move into index only, and then just actually investing in dividend ETFs. So that's been going well. I think the total portfolio is now, let's see, on Tastytrade I have about 5,000, and hopefully I'll get over that so I can start withdrawing on top of the 6 that I put in there. So my total portfolio is almost at 20,000 in terms of these growth portfolios. And then I have obviously my Dragon portfolio buy and hold is a separate account, and that's not quite that as high as I want it to be. So these sorts of, I don't know, eventually I might just have one growth account. It might just be Robinhood at this point because the fees are so much lower, and they're getting all the other stuff. So in a year or two, I might only use Robinhood for growth, and then M1 will be my slow and steady sort of untouchable fund where I just grow my portfolio and hopefully get above 100K sooner than later, and then it'll blow up after that. And these, I will always have a strategic investing account like this, a growth account, because I love trading options. So yeah, that's sort of how I'm diversifying. You know, I have a savings account that I use to pay bills and to transfer things into my checking accounts. I have this growth portfolio as well as Tastytrade. Together they're around all 18K, and then I have my my slow and steady investment account, long-term investing account on M1. So those are like the 3 buckets I'm using. And yeah, I would recommend, if you're new to investing, to read The Millionaire Next Door. Incredible book. Helps you get perspective on how to live. It's honestly like a virtue ethics book of if you have the qualities of a wealthy person, you won't waste money and you'll save it and use it wisely. You know, and that's really the key. I'm not really as strict as the people in that book. I don't really want to be a multi-billionaire. I just want to have enough money so I can not worry about finances for my kids as they get older and then they go to school. And I want to be able to pass down those skills of accumulating wealth. But it's for the sake of generosity. It's for the sake of doing good things. It's not really just to have money and to spend it on nonsense. So that's sort of my ethics. I hope that makes sense. And I'll probably post more as as Robinhood sort of puts things together. All right, peace out.